About to go live. Tap in, y'all. Tap in. Y'all know what it is. Tap in. Let's get it. Monday night, man. Monday night in New York City. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing good out there. It's a beautiful Monday night here in New York City, man. Y'all tap in. Let's talk about it, man. We got something we got to talk about big time. Get up in here, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, hit all them buttons, man. Tap in, y'all. Yeah, what up, Tribe Barz? What's good? I'm gonna give y'all one more minute, man. Y'all tap in, man. Tap in, hit that like button. We gonna talk about this today. We got something we gotta talk about. We gonna chat today. Salute Tribe Barz in the chat. I see you, Playboy. We going live on TikTok tonight too, so y'all stay tuned for that. Yeah, we've been TikToking. We've been TikToking. We're gonna hit TikTok later. We're gonna hit TikTok tonight. Hit that like button, man. Y'all tap in, man. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. Rest in peace to my Knicks for this season, man. Y'all know what it is, man. It was a good season. Did we underachieve? Did we overachieve? I can't even call it, man. As a Knicks fan, you get to a point where how much do you set your expectations? That's where I'm at right now as a Knicks fan. How high do I want to get my blood pressure? You know, so salute to my team. Tribe Barz says Knicks, forever Knicks. That's right. Always shout out to my team. But on that note, though, I do think it's time for a coaching change for the New York Knicks. I think we have reached as far as we can go with the coach that we have. I'm not saying that he's a bad coach. I'm not saying that he can't coach. I'm just saying that sometimes when you have somebody, they can only take you so far. Charlie's in the chat. Charlie, what's good, man? Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the chat. We're gonna get into the topic of the night in a few seconds. I'm just giving my Knicks speech here. But like I said, man, I think it's time for a coaching change. Since this coach has been here, I don't think that he has utilized his bench properly. And I think that in a couple years, the last 3 years, it has shown that our players get tired in the playoffs, and throughout the season, he has not developed the players that he should be developing in order to play when the playoffs come, when your stars need a rest. You got credible guys you can bring in and give you quality minutes. You don't want to burn your stars out because playoffs, if you're a good team in the playoffs, you're expected to go far in the playoffs. And if you're tired or you're burnt out or you're just doing too much, it's only so far you can go. So like I said, I think it's time for a coaching change. You guys hit the comments. Let me know how y'all feel about that in the comments. But today we're going to talk about the game, man. Tribe Barz says Tibbs got to play the bench or get fired. Got to add depth. Yeah. And I don't think that the Knicks lacked depth. I think that when you get used to playing 7 guys, 8 guys in a rotation, and you have a 15-man bench, you have a 15-man squad, 14 or 15, one of the two. I said 50. You have a 15-man squad, and you're only rotating 7, 8 guys that gets playing time. That's not good. I see Jason Jay Sweets. Jay Sweets is in the chat. Jay said, "What up, 16? What up, Playboy June?" Yo, Jay, man, you changed up the joint on me, bro. Shout out to Jason, man. Shout out to Take Flight Society. I didn't even recognize that was your name. Shout out to Jason. Jason says, "What up, chat 16? What up, Playboy?" Shout out to you. June 21st. Woo, Red McFly. Benny the Butcher is performing live at the Gutter in Brooklyn. Shout out to Jason, man. Jason doing his thing. Jason, we need the music, man. Put the music out, man. Put the music out on Tidal. Let's rush the music. Shout out to Jason. Shout out to Red McFly. Shout out to Take Flight Society. Benny the Butcher. Jason. Red McFly at Gutter in Brooklyn. Brooklyn. Come out, Brooklyn. All right. Tonight, we're going to talk about the game. The game just released, and you can see it on the screen. The game just released his 100 LA rappers list. This is a list from the rapper of the game. And as always, whenever I see these lists, I go through the list. Who should be there? Who shouldn't be there? Who's structured where? And this is a 100-person list, so this is a very deep list. It seems like it was well thought through. But I have some issues with this list. Oh, I got some issues with this list. I got some issues with this list. Triborough says, the Pacers bench killed us. They have multiple players that can get buckets. We need that type of versatility. That is true. That is true. I think that the Knicks, I think we do need to add a couple pieces, make a couple trades, add a couple pieces. But I think we do need to use the bench more. Shout out to Tri for that comment. Jason says, it's a top 50 best Atlanta list by Complex Magazine. Complex. Yo, Complex be wildin'. I'm going to check that one out too, Jason. We're going to do that in a couple days, all right? So this is the game's top 100 list. Let's go through the top 10. Top 10s are always important. Let's go to the top 10, all right? So number 1, Tupac. I have no problem with Tupac being the number 1 on a LA list, on anybody's list. Rest in peace, Tupac. Number 2, Snoop Dogg. I have a problem with Snoop Dogg being number 2. Ice Cube number 3. Kendrick Lamar number 4. The Game number 5. Corrupt is number 6. DJ Quick is number 7. Dr. Dre is number 8. Eazy-E is number 9. And Exhibit is number 10. So, drop a comment in the comment section. How do y'all feel about the top 10? If you can read the list on the screen, let me know. If I gotta make it bigger, I'll make it a little bit bigger. What do you guys think about the top 10? Now, the rest of the list gets very interesting. I'm gonna read top 11 to 20. Number 11 is Nipsey Hussle. I have a problem with that. Rest in peace, Nipsey. Number 12 is Ice-T. Number 13 is Be Real from Cypress Hill. Number 14 is Tyler, the Creator. Number 15 is YG. Number 16 is Don Kennedy. Number 17 is MC Ren. Number 18 is MC8. Number 19 is King T. And number 20 is Schoolboy Q. Now listen, I like DJ Quick, but I'm putting Warren G, who's number 21, I'm putting Warren G higher than DJ Quick. Other notable names in the top 50, Sugar Free, Mac 10, J-Rock. Daz Dillinger is number 26. The DOC is number 28. I have a problem with the DOC being that low. We got Tammy in the building. Shout out to Tammy. Tammy, what's good? Tammy says, what the F? Tammy, what's good, man? Drop a comment in the comment section, y'all. Today we're talking about the top 100 LA rappers list from the game. And I'm just going through a few names in the top 50. We got WC from West Side Connection. WC's number 30. Crooked I is number 34. Tiger is number 30. Are you kidding me? You have Tiger higher than Crooked I? Slap in the face. You got Tiger higher than Trey D? Let me go to some more. Vince Staples is 37. The Lady of Rage is 39. Ras Kass. Ras Kass is number 43. Ras Kass. Ras Kass. You have Schoolboy Q, number 20, over Ras Kass. You have J-Rock over Ras Kass. You have Sugar Free over Ras Kass. You have Tiger over Ras Kass. You have Roddy Ricch over. All right, let me go through a few more. Let me go. Yo-Yo is number 45. Goldie Loke is number 48. And they got Doja Cat at number 50. Listen, man. I want to go back to the top. I want to go back to the top 10. I want to go back to the top 10 just for a second. Drop a comment in the comment section, man. Let me know how y'all doing. If you're in the comment section right now, hit the like button in the video right now. Hit the like button. Don't forget, y'all, we on TikTok, man. We TikToking almost every night. Check out our TikTok. We doing live TikTok videos. We wild out on TikTok, so come check us out on TikTok. We TikToking every night. J Sweet is in the building. Tribor is in the building. Tammy's in here. Tammy says MC8 had like one song straight up menace. Yo, listen. Where's MC8? Where did he put MC8? Yeah, MC8 was number 18. You could put MC8 a little bit higher, but number 18 is not too bad. Triborough says the artist placements were the main problem, but putting Doja Cat ahead of Yo-Yo, yeah, that's wild work. Well, Yo-Yo is 45. Doja Cat is 50. All right, so, but you have who else is in there in the top 50? That's crazy. Baby Keem. They got Coolio at number 41. So okay, I like Coolio. Tammy says you might as well put me on that list. let's get the top 10. Let's get to the top 10. Okay, number 1, Tupac, no problem. This is the problem I have with Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg is number 2 on the list. I appreciate Snoop Dogg for what he did to the game. Okay, I think Snoop Dogg is an amazing artist. But when it comes to quality, we talk about quality of music, right? Quality of music. Did Tupac get better as an artist as he got older? Tell me the Snoop Dogg. Tell me the Snoop Dogg album that's better than his first album. Tell me the Snoop Dogg album that's better than Doggy Style. And Snoop Dogg has about 12 or 15 albums. Did Snoop Dogg get better as he got second album, third album, fourth album, fifth album? Tell me the better album than Doggy Style. I see Charlie's in the chat. Charlie says, shout out to Raven Sword, Far Rock, Left Rack, Queens is in the building. All right, Charlie. Shout out to Ravenswood, Far Rockaway, Left Rock City, Queens, and all right, Charlie. Shout out to Charlie in the chat. So I have a problem with Snoop Dogg being at number 2. If we're talking about influence, yes, Snoop Dogg over a lot of guys. But when it comes to quality of music, Does Snoop Dogg belong in the number 2 slot? Number 3 is Ice Cube. I think Ice Cube has a better discography than Snoop Dogg. Hit the comments. Tell me how y'all feel. He said, Triborough says, Doja Cat not even 10 years in the game. Yeah, the Doja Cat love, I don't know, man. I don't know the Doja Cat love, but Doja Cat again, she's number 50, and the people he have under 50, he got Tony Loke at 55, questionable underneath Doja Cat. He got Glasses Malone. I think Glasses Malone was pretty dope. He got D Smoke at 65. He got Crompton at number 75. So everybody else after 50 is questionable. Kendrick Lamar being number 4. It's questionable. I think Kendrick has a really good resume. And for the last 3 or 4 years, Kendrick has been improving his resume. So I'm not mad at anybody that put Kendrick in the top 10. I'm not mad. Kendrick's resume is getting good. Do I put Corrupt number 6? Do I put DJ Quick number 7? Does DJ Quick have a better discography than Dr. Dre? DJ Quick is number 7. Dr. Dre is number 8. Number 9 is Eazy-E. Number 10 is Exhibit. Number 11 is Nipsey. Listen, I love Nipsey Hussle. I think Nipsey Hussle's Marathon album, I think it's a certified classic album. But Nipsey Hussle does not belong higher than Ice-T. Ice-T is number 12. Nipsey Hussle does not belong on top of Be Real. Nipsey Hussle should not be over MC Ren or MC8. Nipsey Hussle does not belong over Warren G, number 21. Mac 10, number 23. Listen, and again, I love Nipsey. Don't take this as hate, y'all. I love Nipsey, but at number 11 is very questionable. You guys drop a comment. Let me hear what y'all got to say. Tammy says Ice Cube is better than Snoop, in my opinion. To me, I would put Ice Cube's career over Snoop Dogg musical career. I would as well, Tammy. I would too. Triborough says Snoop is a legend. He should be top 5, and he has other great albums. Yes, that's not the question I asked you, Triborough. I said, did Snoop Dogg as an artist get better album after album after album? Does Snoop Dogg have a better album than Doggy Style? You guys always talk about you got to get better as an artist. You got to get your one album, your second, your third. You should be getting better. Did Snoop Dogg's albums get better? Out of all Snoop Dogg's 10, 15 albums, how many albums out of those are classic albums? When you look at Ice Cube, you can probably say Ice Cube has 3 classics. Triborough is calling in, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Tri, what's the deal, man?
What up?
What's going on, man? Yo, listen, man. First of all, man, shout out to the Knicks. I saw you going live all week after the game and before the games.
Mm-hmm.
Give me your assessment on this season as a whole.
Great season. We added some pieces, Mikal Bridges and Carl Anthony Towns, and we added some bench plays, and they're making a conscious effort with trying to not just win in the postseason, but get to the finals and win the whole thing. And I like the direction that they're going in the front office. Our biggest victory this season was beating Boston in the playoffs.
Yes.
Knocking off the champs.
Knocking off the champs. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what we wanted. We were so bad against them in the regular season and losing to Cleveland and losing to OKC. That's why I kept talking about that. We can't beat the good teams when it mattered, and we defeated Boston in the series. And our work is not done. Like Indiana, they managed to take the advantage of the series. Like when we lost those first two games, I think that's when you could say that they had the series because it was important to. First of all, you can't blow a 17-point lead in the postseason.
In like 3-4 minutes. Yeah, that was crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And we needed that game. And then losing in the second game, and I felt like if we had won those first two games, it would be us in the finals against OKC right now.
Okay.
And they were playing catch up the whole series, but they made a valiant effort. And I'm proud of this team. I will always be a Knicks fan. That's never gonna change. Now we gotta look to add more depth and more versatility to the bench.
Well, that was the next question. So, moving forward, what should the Knicks off-season plans look like?
We need scorers off the bench, and really, I don't really have an issue with the starting five. Like Mikal Bridges, to me, he was inconsistent, and we traded for him and we gave away draft picks to Brooklyn just to get him. But he hasn't been consistent the whole season. And I feel like people are saying, well, he changed up his shooting form. Well, he needs to go back to his shooting form because when he was in Brooklyn, he was the main guy. He was putting up points. When he was in Phoenix, he was one of the weapons that they had in Phoenix. And I feel like he has to really step up. If they planning on keeping him, he has to really step up and be the third official scorer after Cat and Brunson.
I think he had a nice little mid-range jump shot, like a little fadeaway jump shot, and he was on some games. I can't hate on him. He had a nice little mid-range for us.
He wasn't dependable for every game. You know what I'm saying? And really, he has to be like the third scorer on this team.
Okay.
But I don't even have an issue with that. It's more about the bench and getting a deep bench and being versatile and having people that can come off the benches and give us 20 when we need it. You know what I'm saying? Like if Brunson is having a bad night or Cat, we got to depend on the bench. And the coach is stubborn. He don't like playing the bench, and that's going to be an issue because moving forward, if we look at all the teams that we beat Detroit, we beat Boston, and we went to 6 games with Indiana. All three of those teams had better benches than us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because at any given time, they could have somebody come off their bench and give them buckets, and that's the type of bench that we need. We don't have that right now.
I felt like Tibbs has been that kind of coach for the last maybe 5-6 years or so. He's always underplayed the young guys or underplayed the bench. I've been watching the news last 2 days after the game. There's some finger pointing going on, and they're talking about Cat. That he's a defensive liability. What are your opinion on that?
I love Cat. I've been watching Cat since he was in Minnesota. I don't think. I mean, the NBA game has changed so much now that the big men it's more about scoring for them than actually defense. But I don't have an issue with Cat. I think Cat, he definitely showed he put up a valiant effort in the Indiana series with everything that was going on with him and like having an injured knee, a lot of players would have been out. Look at Joel Embiid.
Right.
How long has he been out?
Yeah,
and he didn't even put up that valiant effort for the Sixers. I think they need to lay off with Cat. I definitely will keep Cat on the team. The problem is the offense is running through Brunson and that's it. And they have to spread it out where OG get his looks and Jason Hart and Bridges. And Tibbs is really, I would give Tibbs one more year. I would tell him, like, yo, if you don't play the bench and develop the young talent on the bench, you got to go.
Okay.
Simple as that.
Okay.
Because we have young players on that bench that we could have used, but because they never get no playing time, we don't know what they have.
Okay. I'm looking at the chat. You said that he threw Nipsey in there for sentimental reasons. Does Nipsey belong in top number 11?
I think he belongs on the list. I just think he's too high. But I understand because, he got killed. He was doing good in his community. He was making a difference. But if you look at his discography, he got one album.
Right.
A great album. Victory Laps was a classic.
Right.
Everything else that he had was mixtapes.
Mixtapes, right.
And you know what I'm saying? A lot of people wasn't even checking for him when he came out with those mixtapes. So it was like, yeah, I get the reason why he's so high on the list. But Yeah, he's definitely a legend and what he was doing, but I think he's too high on the list. He got to go a couple notches down, especially when you got the likes of Ice-T and.
He's over Ice-T. He's over Ice-T. He's over YG. He's over. He's.
YG, okay, I wouldn't put YG.
He's over MC Ren.
Not so hard.
MC Ren is 17. MC8 is 18. Warren G is 21. They got him over Mac 10. Mac 10 is number 23. Daz is 26. I'm not putting Nipsey over Daz.
For what Warren G did, listen, Warren G saved Def Jam. This is a West Coast artist that basically got booted by Suge Knight from Death Row because he was never given a contract to Death Row, and he's the one that was one of the plays that helped. Both Dre and Snoop with the Chronic and Doggy Style. And he had to go to an East Coast label like Def Jam when they were bankrupt and save that label when he came out with Regulated in 1994. He definitely needs to be in the top 10.
Yo, try. Tammy's in the chat wild, and Tammy got the Z emojis. She don't want to hear the Knicks talk. Tammy don't want to hear the Knicks talk.
Hey man, that's what it is.
Tammy
man.
don't want to hear the Knicks talk. Tammy, man, listen, man, it's New York, Tammy.
All of them blue skies, man.
If Nas is on the Knicks, it would have been a whole different story. So can you see the list right now? You can't see the list right now.
I see the list.
So top 10, right? Top 10 is always important. Who are you moving anybody in the top 10?
Nipsey.
No, Nipsey's 11.
Oh, he's 11. Okay.
Nipsey's 11. 10 is Exhibit. It's Pac, Snoop, Ice Cube, Kendrick, Game, Corrupt, DJ Quick, Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, and Exhibit.
Of course, Game will put himself in top 10. It is his list.
Does he? Does he belong top 10?
I think, yeah, I would say because after Pac died and before Kendrick, at least over here, the only artist that we was really checking for that we heard about on the West Coast was The Game.
He had a good run. I can't lie. He had a pretty good run.
Right, and Exhibit at that time, he had linked up with Dr. Dre and Aftermath, and he was putting out Restless. That was a great album. You know what I'm saying? So, like, people forget, before Kendrick, it was The Game. The Game was really, he had the West, he put the West on his back, and he was coming out with classics like Documentary.
I think that 11 to 20, I'm really mad at the 11 to like 25 because like I said, Ice Cube is 12, Be Real is 13. They got Tyler the Creator at 14. I know Tyler is pretty dope, but I don't know 14. 17 is MC Ren, MC8 is 18. They got Schoolboy Q over Warren G, and number 23 is Mac 10. Will.i.am, and number 25 is J Rock. I really have a big problem with like the.
It's the placements.
Yeah.
They have the artists that a lot of the placements are wrong for the artists.
Yeah. There's a lot of OGs in there that has put down serious work, albums, singles. They were a vibe, they were a movement, and they have some guys over them that maybe sold a little bit more records, but doesn't have the impact that they had. I think with this list.
And I like the fact that they have artists like MC Ren might be the most underrated member from NWA.
Wasn't MC Ren doing a lot of writing for them as well?
Yeah, it was him and Q.
Right.
And he was pretty mad about, when the Straight Outta Compton movie came out, he was mad that they had his character more in the background and it was more about Easy, Dre, and Q. He had a good soul.
Tammy says, "F your team, they dead." Oh my God! Wow.
Come on, Tammy.
So, what's going on your channel, man? What you got going on?
I got a lot of things coming up. I just did an interview. I just did another podcast. It's a vinyl podcast. Shout out to Top 5 Vinyl.
Okay.
That episode is coming later this month or early July. I'm doing an interview with an 80s rap group. I can't say the name right now, but
okay.
They hit me up, and I will be doing that.
An 80s rap group.
Yeah.
Oh,
really,
okay.
Really underrated. It's
okay.
not Run DMC.
No, it's all good. Listen, I'm here for it.
Well-known ones. They went under the radar. I don't even know them, but they hit me up last week and they wanted me to interview them, so I will be doing that on IG Live.
Okay. All right.
I got another interview coming up with another platform that they're gonna be interviewing me as well. And yeah, it's a lot of stuff that I'm doing. So stay tuned for that. I'm going live on Wednesday night on my channel. I'm back.
Okay.
So look out for that Danny Rap podcast, YouTube. Oh man, we out here.
All right. Yo, this is That Ain't Rap podcast. This is Tribo. Any last words before you dip?
Forever Knicks, orange and blue skies. We'll be there.
All right, stay up. All right.
Yeah.
All right, one.
Peace.
Tammy, you hear that, Tammy? Tammy, you hear that? Forever Knicks, baby. Forever Knicks. Yeah, that was Tribo Jiggle, yo. As always, like I always tell y'all, man, go check out his channel. He's on YouTube. You got a YouTube channel, That Ain't Rap Podcast. He's on Instagram, That Ain't Rap Podcast. Go check out his content. He got an interview coming up with an '80s rap group. That's gonna be dope. I wanna see who that is. I gotta be in that chat for that one, man. I gotta see who that is, man. Shout out to the '80s, man. My favorite era after the '90s. The '80s is where I learned about hip hop, but not my favorite era. But '80s is when I was a young boy listening to hip hop. All right. Shout out to Triborough, man. Yo. So we talking about the list today, man. We talking about the list from the game. Who should be in? Who should be out? Listen, I'm really not happy with this list. I think there's a lot of names on this list, and just like Triborough said, the placement of the names is what the problem is. I don't have a problem with the names on the list. Like there are some heavy hitters on this list that I think is, should be there. It's crazy that he has corrupted number 6 and Daz at number 26. Shout out to the Dog Pound, man. But again, I don't think Snoop should be number 2. I think Ice Cube should swap Ice Cube with Snoop Dogg. Kendrick Lamar is pretty high, but like I said, Kendrick has been on a tear for the last couple years, so I'm not mad. I'm not putting DJ Quick that high. I'm moving up Warren G from 21. Warren G got to get a bump. I'm moving up Mac 10 from number 23. Mac 10 got to get a bump. Be Real is number 13. I'm putting Be Real over Nipsey, so I'm bumping Be Real up. Like I said, I love MC Ren, MC8, 17, 18. I'm bumped. There's too many. There's just too many. And listen, me personally, I don't even think I'd make a list like this because 100, my list would probably be crazy too. But drop a comment, man. Let me know how y'all feel about the list. Tammy says he's gonna cuss me out. He gonna get you, Tammy. Watch. Tribo says Kendrick the king right now. Yeah, I gotta agree. Kendrick has been on a tear. Like when it comes to not just LA rappers, like rap in general, a lot of people were calling Drake the king, giving Drake all this high praises. And Kendrick was not scared to go. Like a lot of times when a rapper is at their peak, there's other rappers that would probably stay out of their way and don't try to come at them. Kendrick didn't do that. Kendrick went right at Drake, took his spot, knocked him off his spot, and quite frankly has kept Drake off his spot. What has Drake done since he got dissed by Kendrick? What music-wise has Drake done since then? Drake is still trying to catch up. So I get the Kendrick love. I do. But this list is just all over the place. Shaq Coolio making the top list, 41. Rascas, 43. Rascas, man, is such an amazing artist, man. I don't know how you put Rascas so low. The DOC is at number 28. The DOC should be higher than that. Rascas should be higher than that. Goldie Loke, I think Goldie Loke has a pretty good career. Goldie Loke is at 48. So the list is crazy, man. There's a lot of things going on with the list. Let's see what the chat is saying. Tribo says no is wouldn't. He said Drake been licking his wounds. Yeah. Kendrick did a number on Drake, y'all. Like, Drake was on this pedestal where everybody thought he was untouchable. Drake's fans used to praise everything that he did. Even the doo-doo he was putting out, they were praising everything that Drake did. And for the last 2-3 years, Kendrick shut all that down, man. So, tonight we're talking about the game's top 100 LA rappers list. We're also talking some Knicks tonight. What should the Knicks do? What is the off-season moves for the Knicks? We've been knocked out first round recently. We've been knocked out second round recently. We had some of the biggest stars in the last 20 years. We had Melo. We had Stoudemire. We had Marbury. We had some pretty good teams, y'all. And this year, we had guys like Jalen Brunson, who, if you go back and look at the commentating when we first got him, people didn't want him. When we got Cat, people were thinking, Josh Hart. People were like, yeah. But did we underachieve or did we overachieve this year? When was the last time the Knicks were in the Eastern Conference Finals? You got to go back to 2010, 2011. No, 2001, 2011 maybe. That's 24 years ago. So for some guys that we picked up and you really didn't look at anybody as a superstar, like really, who's a superstar on the New York Knicks? Is Jalen Brunson a superstar? Is Mikal Bridges a superstar? Is OG a superstar? Is Josh a superstar? Cat, maybe? So, I think we got a core on the Knicks right now. But I do think that it's time for a coaching change. We gotta make a couple trades. We gotta bring in some more role players. But I do think it's time to say goodbye to Tibbs. I think he has took us as far as we can go. He's taught us all he needs to teach us. We need to bring in a coach that is more roster friendly, that will play the roster more within the year to see who should get those playoff minutes. All right. Tribor says Brunson and Bodega Cat are superstars. Now, I always ask the question about the superstar thing because there are stars, there are all-stars, and there are superstars. Is Cat and Brunson all-stars? Yes. A superstar is someone that's worldwide known. Like a superstar is someone that moves the needle. Got multiple commercials. Got a couple shoe deals. His face is all over the place. Everybody knows them. And yeah, I think Brunson did do Brunson did WrestleMania, right? That was pretty good for Brunson to see him on wrestling. I don't know about WrestleMania, but he was on one of those wrestling shows. So Brunson and Bodega Cat superstars. Okay. I believe they're stars, superstars. But we do need to build around them. Thank you for Brunson for taking a pay cut. That pay cut is going to help the Knicks this offseason. Cat, get in the gym. And I know, man. I be wishing that Cat play a big man ball, but Cat's not a big man. We really don't have much big men anymore. Every guy that's big now is not a big man. All these guys are shooting threes. outside the perimeter, taking jump shots. Like he's not a big man. Anybody out there thinking Cat is a big man, play down low? I wanted that from him. He's not that. He's not that. He's a finesse. He's a finesse big. He's Anthony Davis. You know, he doesn't like playing down low and bodying and all that. Even though he does his. But Triborough says, yeah, him and Hallaberry were on Monday Night Raw. Right, I remember seeing that clip. So yeah, that was big. That was big for Brunson and Halliburton. When you get your face on those big shows on TV, live TV, yeah, and that's crazy that they did that. They had both Pacers and Knicks. And what was that? I think that was last year, if I remember correctly. So shout out to whoever put that together. That was hindsight for real. Tammy has a comment. We said, see, that's why I don't watch sports. I thought Bodega Cat was a corner store coochie. Yo, you gonna get me banned from YouTube, yo, Terry. Yo, shout out to Cat, man. Shout out to the big bodega, man. Shout out to Brunson, man. Y'all keep doing y'all thing, man. We about to jump on TikTok tonight. We're gonna be doing a TikTok live tonight. Tonight we're doing some West Coast joints. We're trying to do TikTok every night now. We're trying to get our TikTok numbers up. So if you got TikTok, come check us out, man. We be on TikTok jamming, bumping those tunes, all right? Shout out to Triborough in the chat. Shout out to Tammy in the chat. Tammy don't know who the big bodega was. Tammy, man, we got to buy you some New York, some Knicks gear, Tammy. We got to get you some Knicks gear, man. Get your Knick hat, get your Knick cap, Tammy. Get you nicked out. You from New York? You from New York, Tammy? Get you nicked out. Y'all go check out Tribo's channel. Don't forget, he got some stuff coming up. Go follow him. Follow him here on YouTube. Go to his Instagram page. Follow him.